Welcome, my beautiful nerds. This is your favorite cousin, Bill, and this, you are watching the Bantha Bunch Show. That's right, baby. How the hell are you? What's been going on with you? And what you doing? Put it in the comments, man. So glad to be with you. Oh man, it's good to be alive, actually. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there who's watching on the Drunk Panthers channel. If you're watching from Nerds at Night, or if you're watching from Twitter on Drunk_Panthers, man, shout out to you. Appreciate you, man. Can't do this without you. Again, my name is Bill, and this is the Bantha Bunch Show. Man, this is the show where we talk about whatever the hell there is to talk about. I mean, whatever we want, you got it right here, baby. So today we are going to be talking about a little bit of nerd news. We'll talk box office. We'll talk a little Bad Boys since it's at the top of the box office. Spoiler, but for the box office segment later. And we'll probably talk about we'll probably touch on no Diddy, but we'll probably touch on a little conversation about Puff Daddy. And we're definitely going to talk about your favorite mayor's favorite mayor, Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I just call her Film Age's new girlfriend. That's what I call her, because that's her new job. She's going to be his wife. Shout out to Film Age. Shout out to everybody watching right now. Like I said, we got the live chat going. You can go ahead and leave a comment if you're, if you're feeling froggy. Excuse me. I am sitting here smacking a burn and drinking a burn. And yeah, man, we're going to be having fun. I think this is going to be a good day, a good night, rather. Shout out to everybody who is watching on the East Coast. Shit. It's crazy if you're watching right now. I really appreciate it, because that is like a late night for those who are watching on that coast. Sorry, I'm just doing a little producing here. So yeah, how y'all doing, man? Let me know how y'all doing. Yeah, put it in the chat. Holla at your boy. Also, if you haven't been here in a while, or if you just missed last week, we've got a new little feature. Yeah, what'd you call it? A feature? We got a new feature that we have on the show here, or the Bantha Bunch. We're going to have a voicemail number that you can call. It's right there in the crawl. Yeah, like I was saying, a voicemail number. All you got to do is, if you want to get some shit off your chest, if you want to just, say hi and give us a chat, if you want to just, express yourself on some things that we've already gone over here, you don't have to just leave a comment. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like leaving a comment, maybe you got more to say than what the comments will let you say, just go on over to the phone number. It's 323-680-4101. That's 323-680-4101. And yeah, you can go ahead and leave us a voicemail, and I'll just post it. I'll just post it. I'll just post it on the YouTube channels, Nerds at Night, Drunk Banthas, and I'll try to put a whole bunch of them together, and then put your grievances out there. Or maybe you got something positive to say. Maybe you want to shout out your father. Father's Day is coming up. Maybe you want to shout out your father. Maybe you want to shout out your mom. You know what I'm saying? She's been there for you. Yeah, whoever you want to shout out, your loved ones. We also got merch. Yeah, Drunk Banthas merch. It's in the description. Same thing, man. Go ahead and hit that up. It's a great way to support our channels. And yeah, it's a great way for us to keep the lights on. So go ahead and do that as well. But most importantly, the number one thing you can do to help us out is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. I mean, even if you don't want to subscribe, leave us a comment. Tell us to go fuck ourselves. Tell us you love us. However you want to get it in, let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's see here. My damn blunt went out. All right. So one thing we're going to be talking about as well, though, we're going to be talking about fallen idols, Nick and Aaron Carter. Man, I guess they're planning on making it like a special series, the Fallen Idols series. Maybe that is a thing already. But man, I'll tell you something. I might have to get out of the documentary game here soon because these documentaries is kind of sad. This one was especially sad because there was a lot of conversation and accusations that deal with a lot of vape. And if you know, you know. And we don't really deal with a lot of vape. At the Drunk Panthers, we'll really talk about a lot of that stuff here. But man, this one right here was something this one right here was something serious. We talked about how what was that Dan Snyder documentary behind the set or whatever the fuck it was called. We talked about that one, man. We talked about the Playboy murderers. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. We've even talked about the octopus murders. We talked about we've talked about damn near every type of thing you can think of as far as documentaries go on here. Cults. But this one got me. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised, but I was surprised. Like pleasantly surprised in the fact that it's a good documentary series. Let me just point that out. Let me be very clear. But yeah, before I get into all of that shit, let me get into the news. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to wait to see if other people are going to join me tonight before I get into Mayor Haynard and her shenanigans. But yeah, hold on. Let me pull this back up. Yeah, so box office last weekend was crazy. You know how I know it was crazy? Because I went to the movies. This weekend, man. Went and saw Bad Boys Ride or Die. Was that what it's called? Yeah. Bad Boys Ride or Die. It should have been called Bad Boys for Life. And the last one should have been called Ride or Die. Especially since they knew they were going to do another one. They set this up for a sequel last movie. So anyway, that's just some nitpicking we doing over here at the Banthas and at Nerds at Night. But yeah, that was an amazing movie. I suggest people go see it. And when I say it was an amazing movie, do I mean like it was Shawshank Redemption? No, that's stupid. But was it, better than the last 5 Fast and the Furious movies? I'd say I'd go out on that limb and say yes. Yeah. So yeah, do that. Check that out. Let me know if you did go see it. Let me know in the comments. Let's see here. So number 1 in the box office was obviously Bad Boys Ride or Die. Oh wait, I got something for that. It was Bad Boys Ride or Die. Wait a minute. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Bad Boys
What you gonna do?
There we go. Jeez. Fucking drops. But yeah, that one grossed $56 million domestically, 104.6 million globally. Against its budget, which was $100 million. Yo, I didn't know that it was only $100 million budget. That's like, damn, they gonna make a lot of money off of this movie. This movie is going to be one of the more profitable movies of the year, I think. And so far, it's the biggest movie of the year, I think. Well, the second biggest movie of the year, which is Dune at number 1. We'll see how long this run goes for Bad Boys, though, because that second week really tells a lot about how the public really feels about your movie. Shout out to 9 Nerd Yards. What's happening? What's happening? He said, what's good? I said, what's happening? No, what up? No. Excuse me. But yeah, at number 2 was Garfield movie. The Garfield movie dropping 29%. Garfield's earned 10 million this past weekend. That's a lot. That's a lot for a shitty movie. I'm just saying. Number 3 was If. The Watchers was number 4. Anybody see The Watchers? Let me know. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was at number 5, which if you haven't seen that, I suggest you go see it. It was worth it. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is at number 6. Man, doesn't look like that's doing very well. It's added to a domestic total of 58 million domestic. Oh, come on over here, little Penny. God damn it, this dog. All right, anyway. Furiosa was number 6. Number 7, The Fall Guy. The action comedy has earned about 2.7 this weekend, so its domestic total went up to 85.1. Man, these movies ain't making no money. And The Lord of the Rings had a re-release. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, the whole thing had a re-release. It came in at number 8. The re-release pulled in $6.2 million. The Fellowship of the Ring earned 2.4. The Two Towers earned 1.9. And The Return of the King earned 1.8. I think that those numbers reflect how long people were willing to keep watching for the rest of the day. Like how many people were like committed at one point before they got out and they were like, yeah, we're going to stay for the whole thing. And then they realized how long those movies are. And they were like, never mind. I'm going to go home. Sheila's tired. I think I'm just going to go home. Sheila's just not feeling it tonight. I'm just going to, chill. We're going to order some Grubhub and go back to the crib. Yeah, man, them nerds thought they was going to stay out there. Goddamn. Hell no. In other news, apparently Ashton Kutcher may end up eating his words when it comes to touting the advance and AI. Because y'all don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Y'all don't give a fuck about AI, Ashton Kutcher. Y'all don't care about none of that shit. I can tell you right now that California is about to lose a lot of those tax breaks that we give. A lot of those tax breaks that we give companies, studios to make movies and television shows. A lot of that's about to go the way of the dinosaur if they don't do something over here politically in the state of California. Problem is, it's a election year, so ain't nothing gonna get done in an election year. Whoever decided to run a contract up to when an election year was gonna happen was a fucking blooming idiot. But yeah, It's a crazy time out here in LA. Things are crazy expensive, more and more every day, everywhere. And it's keeping your boy in the house, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I used to go out a lot. Me. I know. Your favorite cousin's favorite cousin. He seemed like a homebody. You're always working. Bill, you always working, man. How you be going out all the time? What you mean you go out all the time? Well, I used to. That used to be my job. Going outside, being the mayor of the town that I live in. But had to lay all that down because I got to come talk to y'all, man. I got to come get this shit together. And also I was probably gonna die. You drink all the time, every day, all day, probably gonna die. Just so y'all know. Or die early. Everybody gonna die. Probably gonna die early drinking like that. So, y'all be careful out there drinking because you got to drink responsibly. Anytime I want to drink responsibly, I just basically don't leave the house. But that don't mean you can't have fun while you're at the crib drinking. I'll be having fun with tequila. This this episode is gonna be brought to you by tequila. It's what you drink. Now see, any of you sponsor ready alcohol companies who are wanting to go ahead and invest in a lonely old YouTube channel on the up and up, on the upcomings. We're on the way to the top of the moon, Alice. Then you two should go ahead and get on this bandwagon and go ahead, get this ad read. Make your ad read here. Put your ad read here, and we'll take care of you over here at the Bantha Bunch Show and at the Drunk Bantha's channel and Nerd at Night. Yeah, we got you. Now, what's funny is if don't nobody join soon, this is just gonna be a whole ad read. This whole episode is gonna be me getting some shit off, man. I'm just telling you. Ugh. Ugh. I'm doing shots for those who are just listening. Lord have mercy. Ugh. I hate drinking hot tequila. I hate drinking hot alcohol, period. I think it's like savage as hell to be drinking tequila hot. Like, you can probably hear it in my voice. Like, tone has changed. The way I feel about life has changed. The way I'm engaging day-to-day operations right now. I'm serious. My fucking shit is woo off that one shot. But it's okay. I'm gonna get it together. So, first thing I want to talk about today, off the rip, like as far as the topics go, I want to talk about your favorite mayor's favorite mayor. Hold on, I'm trying to find a good one. Let's see. Is this a good one? No. What about this? Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, let's just talk about your favorite mayor's favorite mayor, Tiffany. I can't remember her name. I'm never gonna remember her name. It's just no point in me trying. But I'm gonna bring her to the stage. She is my favorite mayor. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, for real, we're talking about Tiffany Henyard. I'm not gonna be a terrible host any longer. Talking about Tiffany Henyard. She is the mayor of Clayton, Illinois, which is south of Chicago. But anyway, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you might remember her from such things as this.
And I'm looking for that Rihanna. That's what I'm looking for. This is what they told me to tell y'all right here. Every single resident. Pay me what you owe me. Thank you, DJ.
Yeah. So if y'all don't know about that, this lady is a bit wild. I'm a bit concerned about her because I don't know if she's retarded or if she just, oh wait, I guess retarded is a bad word to say, mentally ill, or if she's just stupid. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna know by the end of this year because she is going to go to jail. Shout out to Film Ange. What up, Film Ange? He said, what did my queen do now? You weren't here earlier. I was like, yo, this is your favorite mayor's favorite mayor, otherwise known as Film Age Studios' girlfriend, his bad bitch, his girl on the side. You know what I'm saying? Fifth Bantha said, yo, what up, fam? What up, though? We in here and it's the Bantha Bunch show. I want to go ahead and show you what ended up happening with our favorite mayor. Let me bring it up. What does it say? Your browser has lost connection to. Oh, I don't know what this thing is talking about. But anyway, yeah, let's roll this beautiful beam footage and find out what our favorite mayor has been up to. Now, so what is bothering this dude, right? Like, what could it be? What is making this other mayor come out and start like gangbanging on another mayor? Like, what could be so dysfunctional that this would happen? Well, your buddy producer T, he went and did a deep dive and found somebody else's deep dive. And I'm gonna play it for you right here because they can explain it way better than I can.
They thought it couldn't get any crazier here in Dalton. The Park District says they're being politically targeted by Mayor Tiffany Henyard for, among other things, putting a new layer of mulch down on their playgrounds. So what are you holding?
Hold on. Y'all can't hear the video? Can you hear this video? What's the deal? You can't hear the video. Could hear this one? Well, all right, cool. Well, doesn't matter if you can hear the last one because this is really the news.
I have 4 tickets issued from the Village of Dalton, and each ticket is $500 a piece. That is $2,000 worth of tickets that I have here.
Dalton Park District President Cleo Jones says they were stunned last week when they received citations for doing work without a permit. 2 of those tickets were issued for spreading fresh mulch on playgrounds. The other 2 apparently for installing brand new playground equipment.
So every year we replenish the mulch in the park to ensure that the safety of the kids are playing on a safe surface by playing on some healthy mulch.
Yo, so far what we got here is this lady has been running amok. And if you don't remember, the mayor Henyard, she started hitting the township with a lot of very exuberantly priced tickets, fines, fees. People were getting parking tickets for like $600. People were getting like $300 parking tickets back to back. So this is another example of her trying to do the same thing so that she can try to make up for the funds that she's clearly already spent. This mayor has already spent about 500. She spent over $500,000 of this town's money, and it's so they got a weird thing like villages and towns and cities. So it's a weird situation up there in Illinois, but yeah, I don't need to go into it too much. We went into it a little bit last time. We ended up talking about this young lady. So I'm not going to go too far into it, but let's hear what this dude has to say.
And we do this every year.
Have they ever asked for a permit before?
Never.
Jones believes the Park District, a separate government entity, is being targeted by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard because they've allowed the 4 Dalton trustees who oppose Henyard to use Park District property to hold community meetings after they were shut out of Village Hall.
We do not play the politics here, you know, and don't put us in the middle of politics by issuing us.
Shout out to Fox. Fox 32 local in Chicago, in Illinois, whatever that area. Shout out to y'all because this report is hilarious. Just want to say that.
These political citations.
But it's not just mulch. They say Henyard is holding up 2 major grants totaling $600,000 for park improvements. One from Blue Cross Blue Shield, the other from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, by refusing to issue the permits needed to proceed with the work.
We have gone to the village for permitting and they have been unresponsive. I have a project manager that is working on that and they just refuse to give us the permits.
Dalton Park District Director Stephanie Wiedemann says if they don't get those permits in the next few weeks, the $400,000 grant to rehab Blackstone Park will expire and taxpayers will have to eat $150,000 in money that's already been spent for the park's design.
Sorry, I kept pausing because I wanted to get this really good shot of this Dalton water tower. I mean, good shot is debatable, I guess, but I just wanted to get that shot up there. Phil Bates said, "Damn, I have a feeling this is gonna be on. I have a feeling this is gonna be on FX series, NFX series. Excuse me. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. It'll either be a FX series or one of them Hulu series. Y'all seen the new Hulu series, Clipped? It's about Dan Snyder, or not Dan Snyder. What's his name? I done put Snyder in some shit now. Dan Snyder, I gave all these niggas. What is the name of that fucking it's the owner who got fired, or he got, did he get fired? He got banned from the NBA. Donald Sterling. Yeah, there's a documentary series about how Donald Sterling ended up losing his team a few years back, right before the pandemic, I think. 2017, 2016, maybe. At any rate, this is going to be one of those. But who's going to play our mayor? You know, who would play her if we were going to have this conversation for real? Like, let's have the conversation. Like, what character or what actor, excuse me, has been a big enough character in cinema and television that they could play our come on, camera. Fuck with me. Let me ask y'all, come on. Let me know in the chat who could play this mayor. Who's got the chops to play the lady who telling you y'all better have her motherfucking money. Who has got them kind of chops? And I'll wait. Hold on, I'm trying to bring up a photo of our favorite mayor. Okay. Yeah, this is a good photo. It's a video, but it's still. Now, who could play her, y'all? Come on. And all bad answers are welcome. but I'd like some good answers as well. And don't say something too rough because I don't want y'all to hurt Film Age's feelings. You know, he be really he really in love with her. And also, Film Age, have you gotten a response or have you been blocked by Tiffany Henyard? Tiffany Henyard. I'm never gonna get her name right. Good thing I'm not trying to date her because I ain't never getting her name right. Wanda Sykes. Morgan says Wanda Sykes could play. Wanda Sykes could play Tiffany Henyard. I like that one. Wanda Sykes is gonna give it the attitude it needs to have for sure. I don't think that Wanda Sykes is ugly by any means. I just don't think that she's as pretty as this lady. But who knows, when this lady takes her wig off, she might look crazy. Hold on, I gotta bring this up closer. The Ghoul's wife from Fallout, and no to both. The Ghoul's wife from Fallout. Yeah. From the TV show Fallout, by the way, for y'all who probably don't know what we're talking about. I'm with that. She got the chops, she got the dramatic chops too. Because we're gonna have to have some dramatic moments, right? Because there's gotta be something else going on right here with this lady. Because why does she keep being so disruptive? Why is she so crazy? And why is she dressed so damn sharp? Look at this suit right here. She is sharp all the time. She's paying too much money. I mean, she's paying too much money for all the clothes that she got. You know what I mean? I got a new rating that I'm giving people.
Bad boys.
She's getting it. You can get bad boy label if you are a male or female. And right now, she's getting it.
Bad boys.
I'm giving it to her for life. Fifth Bantha said, the lady who plays Ava on Abbott Elementary. Everybody always is bringing up that lady. Like, I have never seen Abbott Elementary, by the way. But everybody's always trying to get me to watch it. For real. It's crazy. And Film Age said, oh, I like that fifth. Good pull. She's a great actor. And talking about Ava on Abbott Elementary. Yeah. Fifth Bantha. You should watch it. I should watch it. That's what everybody keeps saying. I should watch it. Now you can include yourself in the everybody. Y'all done tried to get me to watch the shit. Never. No, I don't know. I'll probably watch it if I don't got nothing else to do. Sometime soon. But guess what? Actually, it's not even possible for that to happen anytime soon, because we're about to start talking about a lot of shows on the Drunk Bantha channel and on the Nerds at Night channel. Right now, we're about to start talking about this Sunday is House of the Dragon. Then we just had The Boys come out yesterday, or it came out midnight today, whatever. Then after that, we got something else coming out. What is that? We already doing Acolyte. We're already doing Dark Matter. I said House of the Dragon. What's the other show that we're covering? Damn. Where's the crew when you need them? What's the other show that we're covering? I can't remember. But yeah, we're covering House of the Dragon. I'm very excited about House of the Dragon. Oh no, that's all of them. So yeah, we're covering Acolyte. We're covering The Boys. So we'll be talking The Boys on Monday. And then we'll be talking about House of the Dragon on Monday as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So wow, that is a pretty loaded up slate. So I won't be getting to anything else anytime soon. I'm excited for House of the Dragon. I know I don't look like no House of the Dragon type nigga, but I am a House of the Dragon type nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the Jaharises, the Ramirez, who else? I'm with the Aegons, all of the Aegons, because you realize like there's like 8 Aegons. Man, and they reuse all the names a lot in Game of Thrones lore, but I guess everybody does, right? Like for eons, we all been doing it. So I guess that's nothing to really hold against them. I'm trying to zoom out a little bit. Oh, delicioso. But yeah, can't wait to watch House of the Dragon. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm a big fan of the book Fire and Blood. I read the Fire and Blood book after they announced that House of the Dragon was going to be greenlit. So as soon as that was a sure thing that we were getting that TV show, I was like, I'm gonna do myself a favor and be prepared for you all when it gets down to the nitty gritty. And so yeah, me and Alex, we talked about last season, and yeah, you guys can check that out on the Drunk Banthas podcast on the Drunk Banthas channel. We talked about the whole season, episode to episode. We really had a good time doing that shit too. And we also did a whole episode with random internet guy on YouTube, but I don't think he posted it. So you might not ever see that one ever. No, I think it is on there actually. That, you know what? Why don't you go check it out? Random internet guy. He's a huge Game of Thrones nerd. He loves like all the shit to a degree that's probably unhealthy, but it makes him YouTube money, so who cares? Like, yeah, he's a really really cool dude. Got good content. You should go check it out. But not before you get done watching this show with me. Okay? So yeah, and what was the other show? The Boys. Now, who saw The Boys last night? Who has seen The Boys yet? Who hasn't seen The Boys? Have you not seen The Boys? Film Age, have you not seen The Boys? 9. Have you not seen The Boys? Because I don't want to ruin anything right now. I'm about to talk about The Boys a little bit. I don't want to ruin anything. So, because I watched it and I liked it. I liked it to the point where I'm going to watch it again as soon as I get done doing this. You see what I'm talking about, okay? Soon as this is done, I am going to go watch it again. That's how hype it was. Oh, shit. 1 second. I hate it when that happens. But yeah, that's how hype it had me. That's how hype it was. Film Age said, I saw all of them. That's what I'm talking about. I saw all of them as well, and they was the shit. I fuck with that shit hard. I don't know if this was, you know what? I've had better more favorite episodes. Like, I've enjoyed episodes more than these 3, but I feel like they did a good job. Like, I'm happy with what they're doing with Ryan. Like, I don't know how Ryan's going to end up, but I'm happy with how they're developing him as a character, just because he's a motherfucking kid, you know, and we don't get to see that he's a soup kid, and we don't see that point of view in this show really. And we also got what's her name's kid, Olivia. She's a soup kid. So this is the first time we're getting soup kids, soup children, which is it's pretty interesting to see it from that point of view. Filmade said, I love this season of The Boys. It's my favorite. Just sipping tea with a particular character. Oh yeah, man. I think I know what character you're talking about. Oh yeah. I think you're talking about Sister Sage. Let me know if I'm wrong. Because Sister Sage is like a sinister sage. That's what they should call that bitch. Sinister Sage. Yeah. A lot of books was my hint. Are you the Riddler now? You just gave me hints. He said, yep. It is Sister Sage. Sister Sage. They used to call me Blackfish. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was a little bit of an inside joke, and I shouldn't be telling inside jokes. Oh man. So yeah, the bad boys.
Bad boys.
The Boys, which the Boys should play that song, right? We should have an episode where we hear the Boys like
When Sheriff John Brown come for you.
we should have one of those, right? We should have one of those.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
No? What y'all think? Because I'm like, the Boys, Bad Boys, we might as well do it. You know what? We gotta have it before the last season, which I just found out the last season of The Boys is going to be the next season of The Boys. Film H says, yes, y'all need that Bad Boy sample. Oh yeah, I got the Bad Boy sample.
Bad boys, what you want?
All right here for you.
What you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Got it. Ready. On point. Hold on. Yeah, so I sadly found out. I mean, it's sad to me that this is the last season of The Boys. Not this season, but the next season is the last season of The Boys. Make sure I can tell you the source on that. But I'm pretty positive that's what I read here. Because Lord have mercy. What is wrong with me today? I just had it right here. Oh, this is the wrong article. Here we go. So, renewed and canceled. So, Arcane will end with season 2 at Netflix. So, Arcane fans, we're gonna pour out a little liquor for y'all today. Do I have any sad people songs? Sad people music? I don't got no sad people music. We just play this sad people music real quick. Oh, that's not sad enough. Well, we ain't gonna play no sad music. We'll just play. So, Arcane will end with season 2 at Netflix. After Midnight with Taylor Tomlinson is renewed for season 2 at CBS. That's a mouthful. I don't know what that even is. But The Boys will end with season 5 at Prime Video. So, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. The Boys is over. The Boys will only be back in town one more time. The boys can be bad for only one more year.
Bad boys, what you want?
They are out of here. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all think that's a good time? Is that a good time? Like, is that enough story to be told? Like, have we heard enough? Is it time to wrap up the story? You know, because a lot of people don't like stories to just keep going on and on and on, and they want them to end. Like, I've heard a lot of people talk about how they wish Power had never kept going because they don't like the new shit and they don't like where everything's going with how things have been moving, you know, how things have been just kind of black exploitation-y, you know. And I don't watch Power, so that's why I'm asking y'all, you know, just so you know. I have no opinion on that matter whatsoever. Film Age said, I have a feeling the reason why The Boys' ending is due to invisible Seth Rogen producers both, and it may be hard to keep them separate if they don't end it. So you're referring to Seth Rogen taking a back seat from popular view due to the sexual assault allegations that came with what's his name? Harry Osborn? What's his name? Damn. What's his name, y'all? The white boy who was in all the movies with folks. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He was Harry Osborn with Tobey Maguire. That nigga, yeah. He's had a lot of weird cases against him in the last, 7 or 8 years. I don't want to say cases. It wasn't no cases. Accusations. Accusations is a better way of putting it. And, you know, you get a certain amount of allegations and then people start saying, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. And, you know, with good reason, you know, in my opinion, it's with good reason that you can think that way. Well, yeah, go away, Penny. It's hot. You are making me hot. But yeah, so is that what you're talking about, Film Age? Are you talking about how Seth Rogen is friends with him and business partners with him to a certain degree? So he's kind of stepped back away from duties and all that kind of stuff. Are you saying this is like a Kevin Spacey type situation? Like Kevin Spacey adjacent? Because, yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to agree with you either way. He said, oh no, I just think you can't produce 2 dark superhero franchises without one suffering. Maybe. I mean, I think you can't. I think it matters who you hire. Because when you're producing multiple shows like a Jerry Buckheimer or something like that, it's about who you hire. Because you're delegating most all of the responsibilities, you know, and there's no way you can be on set for everything all the time. You're more likely, because Seth Rogen is an actor as well, you're more likely to be constantly doing other things, so many other things that you're not able to really give 100% as far as a producer or executive producer kind of mindset of a show. Like, so I think that he might just have to keep like delegating shit. And that's maybe why you may feel like it's hard, like to your point, rather, why it's so hard to, you know, maintain 2 shows. I think it's more so just because, yeah, like you got to depend on the people you hire, and if you feel like you can't depend on those people, then it's time to end the show. Or if those people decide that they're going to go do something else, and you don't really feel like you can keep putting that attention that they put on it on there, and like, yeah, I can understand why this is ending. I don't know if I'm okay with it ending in season 5. I'll have to see what that looks like. But do y'all think, let me just ask y'all, do y'all think that it has to do with the guy who was in Gen V passing away? Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Because it could be that dude is just like, the story needs to come to an end because they had so many plans to extend the story with the new characters, and they're like, well, no, now we're just gonna end this shit because we don't want to replace old dude, and we've probably told enough of this story, and we can just, go our separate ways after this is done. I mean, because that could be a theory as well. Hold on, I'm not even playing my theory music. Hold on. Could be because the black dude died. And everybody knows you gotta have one black dude. And therefore Gen V cannot go on. And since you can't do Gen V, you can't do season 6 of The Boys. It don't make no sense. And so now Gen V could just be a one-off. And everything is okay. Yeah, I think that may be what is actually happening now that I think I've talked myself into my own theory that I just was throwing out there just to be coy. But I think that might be what's happening. I mean, put it in the comments if you're not watching live, or go ahead and put it in the chat if you're watching right now. Yeah, they said in the group chat, did y'all watch The Boys? I'm like, we talking about it right now, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want to ruin nothing. Cause man, hold on. I don't want to ruin nothing because I'm positive there's people who haven't seen it yet who are watching. And so I'm going to stay away from the spoilers for the time being, but you can check that out on Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific time on the on the Drunk Banthas podcast. Film Age Studios says, plus I'd imagine the contracts for post season 5 are the stratosphere. And yes, that was a bigger part. He seemed really important. Yeah, black dude, I can't remember his name, but he did seem really important, and he seemed like he was really good, like he was a really good actor in that show. So I think that could have been that could be a contributing factor, but maybe not the end all be all. I mean, not going to spoil nothing, but we do see gray hairs in one of our superhero characters in one of the soups in the show. We start seeing gray, so we know that they age. At least some of them do. What's really crazy is, do y'all think that Soldier Boy would have actually like aged if he didn't get cryo sleeped, like Winter Soldiered? Because he got Winter Soldiered, so he didn't age. But would he have aged if he Winter Soldiered? I mean, if he didn't Winter Soldiered, I don't know. That's just things to ponder. You know what? Let's get into it, man. I'm gonna talk about House of the Dragon. No, I'm joking. House of the Dragon is gonna have some crazy reveals though, and I'm not gonna talk about that at all. Really, because that is so many. There's so many spoilers from that I can't get into it. But what I am going to talk about is the documentary that's on HBO Max or Max, whatever you want to call it. It is on, I think, CNN or Identity, whatever one of these channels is. But yeah, it is off the Discovery package. It's this documentary called Fallen Idols. It's the Nick and Aaron Carter story, which is a crazy ass story. It's so crazy that I'm almost like damn near don't want to talk about it. Like, not because of it being so despicable, but it's because, like, yo, you talking about Backstreet Boys, man. These niggas got fans that will come in and apparently harass you to goddamn death. So I don't, a lot of people know Eric Carter passed away from an overdose a few years ago. I think it was 2022, 2021, something like that. Anyway, we all know he passed away. God bless the dead. God rest the dead. And then we knew that right before he passed away, he had started talking about how his brother was a vapist. His brother was accused of vape, and that he knew that it was true, and that he knew people who were paid off, and how his brother is way more powerful than people think, and all this stuff. And then he died from an overdose. He had Xanax and aerosol in his lungs. There's Xanax in his blood and aerosol in his lungs. So he was huffing, and he was doing whippets and taking Xanax, and he was in a tub when they found him. So you just be like, damn, man, it's a sad story. Somebody dealing with mental illness and somebody dealing with drug abuse to that degree. Like, you just hate it for him. But then you be like, man, he made them decisions. It was on his own, blah, blah, blah. But man, one thing I got out of this documentary is them boys grew up crazy. Not crazy, regular crazy, like, like not like Bobby Brown crazy. We talking about like damn near a serial killer crazy, but definitely a serial vapist crazy. This motherfucker vape so much, it was insane. Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon. Oh man, my bad. My bad, Nick Cannon. I ain't mean to get you caught up in this. No, Nick Carter. I just want to say to you, sir, you's a foul motherfucker if this shit is true. We have to say allegedly. We ain't nobody trying to go to jail over here or get sued. I'm just taking what I saw in the documentary and I'm giving it back to y'all, right? So now that we've did our disclaimer, this nigga here foul. There's like several women in the documentary who give their testimony about how he personally ruined their entire lives, damn near. Like, he's left them damaged and with something that they'll never be able to get rid of. They can only just deal with it. And that level of assault, man, it's dehumanizing. It's like intended to be dehumanizing. And it's disgusting. And one of the ladies was from well, these are all kids damn near at the time that all this stuff is happening. For y'all who don't know, Nick Carter, he's a Backstreet Boy. He's like the pretty boy, he's like the nice, sweet, pretty boy in the group for the teeny bopper shit. And then they're the biggest things in the world. And at that time, the first young lady that we talked to at that time, she was in this one group called Dream. I don't know if y'all remember that group. Y'all remember that? Phil Made, you remember Dream? They were Puff Daddy's first. That's right, I said Puff Daddy. It was Puff Daddy's first group that he was managing before Danny DeCane. So I had forgot about Dream. I was like, damn, Dream. I do remember that shit. Because I thought they were going to say Danny DeCane. And then when I was watching it, there was like, oh, Puff Daddy had just got a new group. It was a girl group called, and I was like, Danny DeCane. They were like, Dream. And I was like, oh, yeah, Dream. I remember them. Phil May said, I do remember Dream. Morgan, do you remember Dream? I don't know. Fifth Bantha might not remember Dream because he a little older than me. So he probably was out of that. Like, no, fuck with that. He was trying to go to a Perfect Circle shows and shit. He was trying to go see Bush. That's what he was going. He was trying to go see Bush shows. So yeah, he like assaulted this girl after a couple of encounters with her. Like she had got comfortable with him. And he'd already weirded her out one time. But yeah, he did some crazy shit that I'm not going to repeat on here. But it wasn't really like crazy. Like there was one scene where the lady, there's another, like his ex-girlfriend, one of his ex-girlfriends from the Pussycat Dolls. She dated him right after Paris Hilton and him broke up. And he like beat the shit out of Paris Hilton and they broke up. Nothing ever happened with that. So this other girl, the Pussycat Doll girl, she said that he was watching some fornog, and on his laptop, he was sitting around on the bed watching some pornography on his in his bed. And she came in and she was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm watching porn. She was like mad that he was watching. Oh, he was watching porn. He was like, I'm watching porn. And she was just like, oh, mad. Like, yo, why are you watching porn? And he was like, I want you to do this to me. And whatever it was that he was doing, that he was watching, she said that it was so disgusting. She didn't feel comfortable describing what it was. What? Because I was like, yo, what's weird about being in a relationship with somebody and showing them some porn and being like, yo, can we try this out? You want to, sorry, YouTube, some pornography, some pornography, some hornography, what's wrong with having some of that in your lap with your partner? You say, hey, baby, look at this. Would you want to do something like this? Well, what about this one right here? Well, what about this one right here? You want to do that? All right, yeah, let's try that out. You want to try it out now? Oh, what about an hour? A couple hours? Okay, I'm going to take a nap. What's wrong with that? Unless you're watching something crazy. And apparently he wasn't just watching pornog. He was watching some crazy shit, dog. So one thing that they like wanted to point out no, not point out, but one thing that I noticed that stood out, glaringly to me, and Lil Frothy, me and Lil Frothy was watching this, stood out glaringly to me was all these girls basically look the same. Like he's got like this type, like a serial vapist would have a type. He has a type. Phil May says, "You want to do something like this?" Took me out dead. But hey, that's what you gotta say to your girl, to your lady. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to keep it fresh in the bedroom, man. Tell your lady, tell your dude, you know, however you identify, just show your partners to say, hey, you want to do something like this? Hey, look at this right here. You want to do something like this? Boom. Loving it. They loving it. Or they gonna be like, no, I don't want to do that. And hopefully you're not watching something so crazy where they say, I want to leave. I want to break up with you. Because if you're watching something that crazy, goddamn, man, let me just tell you, you need to seek therapy. Therapy is what you need, not Hornhov. You don't need no pornography, because pornography is just it's just feeding your sickness. If you are into something that's not laying on your back, standing over a back, or leaning into a butt, or pushing a butt, or slapping a butt, or something in the face, if it's something that's beyond that, something that's beyond all the things that I've said, bro, come on. Like, come on, we gotta relax. What you're doing is extracurricular activities, okay? Everything I just named is regular sexual activity. Anything that he was watching is apparently like not, dude. So that was one of the most glaringly blow me away type of shit that I seen on there. The rest of it is like the typical music industry, entertainment industry bullshit that you see, like people taking advantage of people because they have more power than them. Like y'all know who Lou Pearlman is? Let me see if I can pull up Lou Pearlman. Lou Pearlman basically created the Backstreet Boys. He used to work for the guy who created New Edition. He used to work for the guy who created New Edition, and then once New Edition blew up, Lou got, you know, he's got plenty of chops at that point. He could then get a job and, well, not get a job, get a group and get an act together and get them out there. And he decided that, hey, if I can get 5 black dudes to help them make money, we can do that. Make them stars. I know we can get 5 white dudes, make them stars. And so yeah, that's what he did. So yeah, this is him. Now they also said that Sweet Lou, was a bit of a problem because Sweet Lou was what they call a pedophile. I didn't know this, by the way. Apparently, it was like a known thing. Now, see, what I did know about Lou Pearlman is that the Backstreet Boys, even though that they came up with him, and also so did NSYNC come up with Lou Pearlman and get famous, and did he blew them up and whatever. But I knew that both Backstreet Boys and NSYNC dealt with him and had issues with him with their money, owning their masters, crazy deals that they were in, long-term deals that they were in with the record companies, and both groups took him to court. And it played out pretty ugly in the public eye. I remember that. So I always remember, like, when I hear Lou Pearlman's name or see his face, I always remember, oh, he's a piece of shit. Oh, yeah, the piece of shit who fucking ran the Backstreet Boys. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Like, but when they showed this motherfucker right here, like, when they showed this motherfucker right here and said that he was a pedophile, let me tell you something. You're talking about a guy who had access to kids at the age of 15, 14, 15, 16, 17. In certain cases, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? These guys used to make jokes. So, like, the talent used to make jokes about, hey, you had to suck on Lou's duck yet? You suck Lou's duck? You ain't never seen Lou's chalk yet? Hey, all right, well, you finna see it. Like, hey, he say he ain't seen it yet. I'm like, man, you had guys casually talking about this dude being a pedophile back then. At the time, we talking about the early 2000s, y'all. We ain't talking about that long ago. Messing with diddling children has always been bad. And I think it's crazy that we talking about Puff Daddy being involved in all of this cabal of bullshit as well. Like, all the shit we've heard about Puff Daddy. Damn, this is why niggas call him Diddy. Yo, I can't call him Puff Daddy. That's just a weird fucking name. Anyway, all that shit that's been going on with Diddy and all the shit that's been coming to light, we see in that Lou Pearlman been fucking with kids for decades. I don't know if this dude's still alive, but man, hold on. Let me see if he's still alive right here. Yeah, he died August 19th, 2016. So he's no longer here to defend himself. But I'm just going to tell you right now, with the allegations that I heard in this documentary, Fallen Idols, Nick and Aaron Carter, y'all needed to put that dude underneath the jail. I don't even know how shit like that goes on for so long, but let's get back to what the show is about, right? It's about Nick and Aaron Carter. And really the last two episode by episode documentary. It's over with. I'm pretty sure it was like 4 episodes. 4 episodes. And so about 40 minutes a piece. So it didn't take me long to watch it, but the last 2 episodes are really the only episodes that really focus on Aaron Carter. The rest of it is really focusing on how big of a monster Nick Carter is. And when I was watching it, I kept calling him Nick Lachey. Sorry, Nick Lachey. I shouldn't have been talking about you. I shouldn't even confused it with you. You was a good Christian boy who always did right by me, Nick Lachey. You're such a wonderful Christian boy. But yeah, let me get this shit off of here. It was really about Nick Lachey, man. Look, I done fucking brought it. It was really about Nick Carter, man. Nick Carter was the one this show was really about. And and it was about the women who, I'm not gonna show the women. Y'all can go on there and see them. And like, when I'm not gonna show them, I'm just bringing up Aaron Carter for context. I'm bringing up his photo and whatnot. I'm bringing up Nick Carter, but you can see Aaron Carter in the photo as well. But yeah, I'm bringing him up just so people will know, because I feel like he's like at the point where when we was kids, New Kids on the Blocks was at. It's like they old now. So a lot of people don't know who they are. But this dude just took advantage of every single thing that you can imagine him taking advantage of. But the things that stood out to me that you wouldn't think of, like, so these motherfuckers had a compound that was basically like the righteous gemstones. Okay, like every Carter family member had their own house on this large compound in the Florida Keys. Florida Keys is beautiful if you ever get a chance to go, but it's also like country club meets country. Like you could do whatever you want down there because ain't nobody down there, you know? And they took full advantage of that. Any of the friends that they wanted to come over, they just come over. Hey, you want to stay for a week? Stay with us. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We're going to have parties. We're going to kick it. We're going to be getting it up. We got boats. We're going to be riding through the boats, chilling. And problem, like everything that I just said is really actually just fine. Like there's nothing wrong with doing any of the things I just said, except for the fact that everything that they did it with Jim Beam. They did it with 151. They did it with tequila. They didn't just do it. They didn't just have the little fun that you can have out there. They had to have that extracurricular. Not a problem if you're of age, which at this point, Nick, talking about Aaron, was like 13 years old at that time. And they were still letting this kid drink. And I'm like, yo, what's up with these parents? So they start talking about the parents. Man, these parents were crazy. Like, these people come out of the backwoods of nowhere. I can't remember where they said they was from. Where they said this dude was from. Because I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, wherever they from, it's like fucking backwoods, middle of nowhere bullshit. Country bunking, meth, fucking huffing aerosols type ass place that they were from. They were southern-ish. I want to say Virginia, but I don't want to say that anyway. Their parents was pieces of shit, man. It's like they were such pieces of shit. By the end of this documentary, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's like one of their sisters is dead. One of the Carter sisters is dead. Aaron Carter is dead. Another one of the Carter sisters had an overdose. Another one of them is like, she got arrested for beating the hell out of somebody, and she's on drugs as well. It's like they didn't have to make all that money to end up where they are now. They literally could have just stayed in the podunk ass town that they grew up in and still got hooked on drugs and alcohol and fucking die and, overdose from drug abuse. Like, to become a drug addict is one thing, but like to escape a world of crazy and then end up just creating your own world of crazy with just more money and comfort level. It just goes to show that if you don't work on yourself, you don't actually work on your demons, you will get consumed by your demons. And that's what happened to Eric Carter. Nick Carter looks really bad in this whole documentary, not just because of the vapings, which the vapings is enough. I don't want to keep talking about the vapings, but it's not just because of the sexual assaults and the vapings. It's also because he looks like he don't give a fuck about his family unless they give a fuck, unless they are like 100% loyal to him, kind of. But They argue to the point, they argue like a big broke ass white family. You know what I mean? They argue like, because I got family, I got friends who are like that. Who have a family, they argue, they bicker, but they love each other. Like it's not like they want to hit each other. They never get to fist fights or any of that shit. They love each other, but like they yell, they scream, they bicker. To me, that's normal. But when everybody's doing drugs, the parents are letting the kids do drugs, everybody's getting fucked up, then it turns into fights, and you're encouraging your kids to have underage relationships with, like, have relationships with girls who are underage and try to attack girls who are underage. And like, dude, that shit is insane. Like that kind of, so for the record, I'm not absolving Nick Carter of anything. I'm saying to have parents like that, you were destined to be what you became because your parents are bullshit. Morgan says, haven't seen, hold on. Haven't seen Ithis, a horrible human being. Let's see. He said, sorry, he's a horrible human being. Yeah. Hadn't seen this. He's a horrible human being. Yeah, he's a horrible human being, dude. Like, there's nothing else to talk about on that. Like, as far as that goes, there's no debate in it, any way, shape, or form. Shout out to Sarah Nethkin. What up? What up? How's it going? She says hello for the people who are just listening. Yeah, hey, what's happening? Welcome to the Bantha Bunch Show. We do this every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You're always welcome to come and kick it with us. Thank you for leaving a comment because we love when people get in the chat. I'm going to start doing a thing. Every time there's somebody new in the chat, I'm going to take a shot until we get to 100 people in the chat. Every time we get somebody new who will say a comment, I'll take a shot. And so right now, we're going to start this tradition, and I'm going to do it right now. Know this. This is just water, YouTube. We only take shots of water while we're on camera. That's terrible for radio because nobody can see me drinking, but best believe that's what happened just now. What was I talking about? Sarah says, I'm a new sub. What? Well, that's what I'm talking about. We need it. We really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Bantha Bunch. You know what I'm saying? You're a Bantha now. You're a real Bantha now. But yeah, Nick Lachey is a monster. He did some monstrous things. I don't want to keep going into that. I'm really just trying to talk about the things that shocked me, the things that surprised me, the things that really like caught me off guard. And one thing that caught me off guard for sure was these girls like that he attacked. They were like, you could tell that they still had a level of infatuation for Nick Carter. No, don't do anything, camera. You could tell they had an infatuation for Nick Carter still because they fought, not that they liked him. An infatuation meaning they couldn't stop their attachment to him. They couldn't just like disconnect or like separate themselves from him even after their attacks, after being attacked by him. which is like what I mean by that is they like two of the ladies, they like followed every single thing that they did. They followed them on Twitter still. They would like things that they would say and like retweet shit. So, like still like a fan almost. Which just speaks to, because I know there's somebody out here being like, who gives a fuck? Fuck that. That doesn't give him the right. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it just shows you how power can really hypnotize a person. Like how how tight of a grip you can have on a person when it comes to trying to manipulate people. You can have a tight grip on somebody by just being somebody that they like somebody can just view you a certain way. And it doesn't matter what you do, that's how they view you forever. And in this case, they view Nick Carter as they view him as baby Jesus. Basically, I'm trying to tell you, they got in the documentary, they have super fans who they interview who are like sitting there like, I just don't believe that this could have happened. Like, not like clips from people who were saying this like on the news or anything like, or clips from people who were on the sidewalk or nothing like that. They interviewed women who are older than me, who are super fans of the Backstreet Boys, and they do not believe these women. And they've had more interaction with it than I have over the last 12 years, 13 years of allegations coming out. It's really weird. It was just really weird watching people stand up for people who they don't even know. Like how we cape. Sorry, I was looking for something that I could throw on as a cape. But like we all cape for these celebrities and we don't even know them. We have no idea who they are whatsoever. I'll give you an example. We used to, me and Alex, we used to be in a band. It was called Into Never. It was a rock band. We was in that band from like 15 years old till 23, 25 years old. Like that whole time, we were huge fans of like different rock bands, and a lot of them Southern bands that were in the South. And I just always thought to myself, like, I really like this lead singer. I'm a lead singer. I always thought to myself, I really like this lead singer, but I'm pretty sure he says nigger. And I'm pretty sure he says nigga a lot. And as a nigga who says nigga a lot, that nigga says nigga all the time. Yes. So I don't really get into the whole thing of like, oh, I really love this person. Like, I really love the movie that they did, and I really love the album that they did. And I like they work, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to say I like the person when it comes to a celebrity. You got to be careful with that. Sarah Nethkin says that's why it's called a cult following. Exactly. Right. And, the word fan comes from the word fanatic, right? And yeah, cult following, exactly. And speaking of that, see, I'm glad you brought that up. Welcome. You killing it already. See, in the documentary, apparently everybody went after these women, or one of the women specifically, Melissa something. But they all went after these girls and like were attacking them in social media and like ruining their lives. And Aaron Carter got on the internet, and we probably, if you are familiar with this story in any way, you probably are familiar or most definitely familiar with when Aaron like got on the internet and started saying that Nick Carter vaped women and he's got proof and he knows, he's just tired of holding all the secrets of the family and all this shit. Turns out that shit was true. And he was talking to Melissa, one of the main, the girl from Dream. That's what I'm gonna call her, because it's hard to keep like bringing up the names and remembering names for me. I don't remember names well. Y'all who know, y'all know. But Aaron talked to the girl from Dream, and they became like friends. And he stuck up for her in the public. He stuck up for another girl who was vaped by Nick on the ranch property that I was telling you about in the Keys. And Aaron knew about that because he was there, like in the area, not like he was there when it happened, but like he lived there on the compound. And he became friends with this girl as well. So he has been friends with at least 2 of the people who have been assaulted. And we know there's more. And by the way, when that shit happened in the Keys, Nick Carter was 23 and this girl was 15 years old. Now, the girl did lie about her age, but she only said that she was 17 or 16 or 17. She didn't say she was 22, 21. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl is friends with their little sister, Aaron's twin sister. So that just tells you how young we're talking about right here. The Dream Girl, she basically gets attacked to the point online where it's ruining her life. And then Aaron starts getting all those same attacks once he comes out and stands up for her. And then you start seeing a lot of I was seeing a lot of this because Shade Room and all them kind of fucking places, they'll post all this stuff like Aaron Carter's going crazy. Aaron Carter has a crazy rant. Aaron Carter sees dead people. Aaron Carter sees that. It's like Aaron Carter's doing this. Aaron Carter's doing that. Because they'll take advantage of that shit because it's just good clickbait. But if you watch this documentary, man, you'll realize like people really were messing with him. Like people bullied this dude into killing himself. This dude was like sober. He was sober. Had just gotten engaged, had a baby. Like really, Nick Carter was on his way to being all right, y'all. And people kept sending him tweets, talking to him on his live, all kind of stuff like this, and just telling him to kill himself, telling him to relapse. Like, I hope you relapse. Getting on his live and being like, "Who are you? Are you Nick Carter's brother?" And like really like antagonizing this dude. And to the point where, it made him sick in the head and made him hurt himself. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. First of all, if you need to call somebody, you can call us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put the number up there, but you can call a real professional. You know what I mean? They got numbers out there for people who are being bullied, people who are dealing with mental health issues. You can call somebody if you need something. Don't be afraid. Sometimes people just need a hug, So if you see somebody out there and you feel like they need a hug, also, say, "Hey, can I give you a hug?" Or, "Do you need a hug?" And boom, try not to be condescending about it, But yeah, ask people if they need a hug, man. Smile at somebody, see how they'll treat them. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what people are going through. But like the way they came at Eric Carter, y'all, was horrible. But you got to be aware of this one thing. If y'all don't leave here today, leave here with one thing today. You gotta fucking leave here with this. If people are bothering you on social media if people are harming you on social media in a way that is affecting your mental health, and if people are attacking you, people are saying things about you, people are fucking bullying you, harassing you, turn off your phone, man. Delete the app, sister. Delete the app, my brother. There is no app worth your humanity and your sanity. I'm going to let that breathe. There is no app that is worth losing your humanity or your sanity. Okay? Take that shit, throw it away. There's no reason for you to make billionaires more billionaires. You should not be making the rich richer for your by. So they say that these apps are free. It's not free. You are using your bandwidth, your mental bandwidth, your mental equity, and you're spending it on this app every single time you get on it. Whatever app it is, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, not YouTube. Obviously not YouTube. We're not talking about YouTube. All the other ones that are social media, not YouTube. But when you're dealing with all those other social media apps, man, you don't have to be there, baby boy, baby girl. You ain't got to stay there. Get off of that shit, man. Put it away. Because, like I said, you're worth more than that, man. You're worth more than that. Fifth Bantha says, facts. No app good enough. That's right, man. There is no app good enough. Hashtag no app good enough. There's no app good enough. We should get a campaign going. Hashtag no app good enough. Yeah. Hashtag no app good enough. If you tweet at us at drunk_Bantha and you hashtag no app good enough, you will get a free Drunk Bantha's t-shirt. I would say a hoodie, but it's getting hot outside, right? So you will get a free Drunk Bantha's t-shirt, one of your choosing, but you gotta add us on Twitter, drunk_Banthas, and hashtag us no app good enough. Hashtag no app good enough. And for those of y'all who are just joining us, we have a voicemail call number. Okay, you can call us, leave a voicemail, and what we'll do is we're gonna post that voicemail on YouTube. So anything that you have to say, you can just get it, voice yourself. It'll all be anonymous, so no one's name or information will be given away in this process. But we will put your voice out there. You know what I'm saying? We will let you get your opinion out there. People have probably been like, yo, why? What does that matter? You're on YouTube. We can comment. We can leave our opinion. Some people don't like texting their opinion. Some people don't like typing shit. You know what I'm saying? And also, some people just like to be heard, not be seen. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you're one of those people, you can leave a comment. I mean, you can leave your comments in the voicemail. And all you got to do is dial the number is 323-680-4101. That's 323-680-4101. I'm going to tell you right now, you should make the call right now based on how amazingly I just gave that drop of the phone number without even looking at the number. And also, I've been drinking a lot. I'm about to drink a little bit more because there's nobody here and we're about to get up out of here soon. So, I mean, when I say there's nobody here, I mean, there's nobody joining me today. Sometimes we're joined by, Bantha Bunch friends, other Banthas. No, I'm joking. But that's the noise you'll hear when you're, gonna get a new Bantha joining the show. But tonight we don't have any new Banthas joining the show, so I'm just gonna take a shot and we're gonna get up out of here. But we're not gonna get up out of here before I let you know about a few things. We kind of got a little bit going on here. I already told you about the shows that we're going to be covering every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific time on the Drunk Banthas podcast. We're going to be covering Acolyte, Dark Matter, The Boys, and House of the Dragon, all on Monday. Come over and join us because you'll be watching at least one of those shows for sure. We're also going to be doing some more Does It Hold Up episodes. Does It Hold Up? Where we talk about movies from the 90s, genre films, and we find out, do they hold up? We determine whether or not they hold up. Check that out. And also, don't forget to check out Alex's review video on Furiosa. It's basically like Furiosa versus Fury Road. What's going on? Which one's better? Check it out in the no, it's not in the descriptions. You'll have to go over to either Drunk Bantha's channel or Nerds at Night channel. All of this stuff is available on both of those channels. What was I about to do? I was about to take a shot. You can find me right here. Oh wait, I'm supposed to play this drop when I say that, but it's just me here today. You can find me right here on the Drunk Banthas channel and Nerds at Night channel, doing the Bantha Bunch show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. You know what I should do? Play some music. Yeah, you can find me right here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific time on the Bantha Bunch show. I am Bill. I am your favorite cousin's favorite cousin. And we are your favorite YouTubers right here at the Drunk Banthas channel and Nerds at Night. Now, I do want an alcohol sponsor. I want any kind of sponsor, but I want an alcohol sponsor. We're the Drunk Banthas, and it should be happening. I am entitled. Yes. Fifth Bantha says, hashtag no app good enough. Everybody, make sure you put that in a comment, a tweet, whatever. Get you some free shit, man. There's no reason that you can't put it in the comments and get you some free shit. I just want to say shout out to everybody who was commenting and who was in the chat today. Shout out to Sarah Nethkin. She is brand new sub. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had a good time. Shout out to the Fifth Bantha as always. Shout out to Film Age. Shout out to everybody who didn't make it. Shout out to Othelia. Shout out to Rachel V. Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Nine. Shout out to Money Blakeweather. Shout out to Poor Frisco. Shout out to Kirsten. And shout out to Jeff. And shout out to your mama. Yeah, that's right. Shout out to your mama. Tell her bills are coming through. Bills are coming through. Well, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Bantha Bunch Show. I am your favorite cousin, and we out of here.